Okay guys, I'm here in Oakley, Texas. Just started getting loaded. Haven't even got a good look at this product. But I had to get in there and line the inside of the trailer with plastic. And he's scooping, it looks like mostly sawdust. But supposedly it's mixed with other things. So should be a pretty light load. But let's go over here and see if we can get a look. So there's where he's getting the product. Yeah, this looks mostly like sawdust. But I know from hearing the guy that I checked in with, it's got other stuff mixed in there. And this goes to Theodore, Alabama. So they had me move my bows to this side, away from the loader. And then, like I said, I had to go in and I'll try to get a look from the back here. As you can see, I've got the inside of the trailer line back here. Per instructions. Kind of a different load for sure. Shouldn't take too long, really. I've probably been here an hour. I tried putting my plastic in out there in the parking lot, but it was too windy. I got one side secured, and I never could get the second side secured because of the wind. So as soon as this bay opened up, I backed in, and then spent about half an hour getting it done. They made it sound like this was going to be kind of wet, but so far it's not looking that way. Maybe there's some down in the bottom of that pile. I don't know. This is the first time I've picked up here. Like I said, it goes to Theodore, Alabama, which is basically Mobile. Anyway, let me go put this leftover roll of plastic up where I found it. And when we get done here, there's the entry and exit gate. We'll pull around to that side. The scale is over there. So that's the layout of the traffic anyway. All right, everybody. Update from the road. And I picked up this load. Oh gosh, how long ago was that? 2 or 3 hours ago. In Oakley, Texas. We're in Louisiana now. Lake Charles, specifically. They got a lot of refinery industry around here. But this bridge we're about to go over is very unique. This bridge always is kind of weird to me because it's steeper than most bridges. So I'm going to give you a shot. You people, alright, I got room to move. Alright, so here we go, up the steep bridge. Get back over in the right lane. So we're on I-10, headed east. Remember, this load delivers in Theodore, Alabama tomorrow, which is near Mobile. It's an interesting product. You know, I showed it to you and it looks like sawdust, but they have other stuff mixed in with this sawdust. I think the sawdust is just a filler and absorbent. And I got 2 samples of it here in the truck I've got to take to the customer when I deliver. One of them's like an old paint bucket they've got marked up, and then one of them's a 5-gallon bucket with some paperwork on top of it. So here's this bridge. It's quite a high, a steep bridge. quick incline and then a pretty quick decline. Well, we got some boat activity over here to the right. Just giving you a shot, not something you see every day. So the GPS says I'm still about 5 hours and 20 minutes from here to my customer in Theodore. And I've got about 2.5 hours left on my drive clock today, so I'm got a couple more hours hopefully to go. Probably leave me, a good 3.5 hours to go tomorrow, depending on where I stop. Anyway, that's a look at Lake Charles, Louisiana. All right, good morning, everybody. Wednesday morning, about 7:20. We're in Mississippi, but only for a few more seconds. Crossing into Sweet Home, Alabama. Oh, the good folks in Alabama are going to be in a little different situation this football season without their coach, Nick Saban. So that'll be a little different for them. See what the new coach is going to bring. All right, so anyway, I've got this load, just to remind you, of waste product. I really don't even know what it is. I was looking at the paperwork trying to figure it out. And it doesn't really say, other than it's a waste product that came from Mitsubishi at some plant in Texas, and it's a non-DOT regulated material. I guess that's why I don't have to placard it as a hazardous material, but it just looks like sawdust to me, but I'm sure it's got something else in it. The guy one of the unload guys back there where I picked it up said, or loader guys I should say, said that they basically dispose of things for people, companies, and he said that, for example, like last week they had a big batch of some sort of women's makeup that was expired, and they were having to, dispose of it. So, I don't know much about what they're doing there. Several trucks came in while I was there, and I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know what they were doing, because I don't. So anyway, we're going to Theodore, Alabama. We're only about 18 miles from there, says the GPS. Never been to this place. Don't know what's next. Have not even called the dispatcher yet. Just giving you a shot of some early morning Alabama road footage. We're going to be down in the Mobile area. That's where Theodore is. Probably see some water. So I left out this morning about 4 o'clock. So been driving about 3.5 hours. Okay, well, I'll try to show you some when I get there. All right, everybody. So I'm entering the facility here at my customer. It's a place called Geocycle, Wholesome Geocycle, here in Theodore, Alabama. Quite a long road off the highway back there into their property, but there was a sign back there that said all visitors must check in at the main office, which I'm assuming is up here somewhere. Just giving you a look. Never been here. Like a guard shack up here. Oh gosh, bumpy road for sure. Well, let's see. Guess I'll keep going. All right, let me try to figure this out and I'll get back to you. All right, people, so I checked in there at the guard shack. She really didn't know much. Wasn't very helpful, but I'm just kind of following this other little dump truck that's in front of me. She didn't even have me scale in, so I don't really know where I'm going back here. It looks pretty messy though, doesn't it? Before I go too much further here, I'm gonna get out and ask somebody in a front end loader what I'm supposed to be doing here. Because the security guard lady did not seem too certain on her answers. Okay, now we got a traffic blockage. Let me get back to you. All right, guys, I want to show you this before I get started. I've moved my mud flaps and got my back door open. I'm just, you know, they first sent me over to the back side of the plant. It was super muddy. I wasn't even supposed to be over there, so I had to come back around to the paved part. I didn't have to get muddy at all, really. But I didn't know where to go, so. All right, so I'm gonna back up a few more feet. Remember, this is what we're hauling. Had it lined with plastic. The guy here said that they do the plastic lining because sometimes this stuff is real moist. A lot more moist than this load is. So hopefully it comes out pretty good. I'm expecting I'll have to spend a few minutes cleaning it up though. So anyway, here we go. I'll back up a little bit and dump right here. Okay guys, let's take a look. There's the dump right there. Came out better than I expected. I've got to get up there and take some plastic and tape off, sweep it out, maybe blow it out, but it came out pretty good. So let me get my broom and start doing a little work. Okay guys, so it's a little after noon, Wednesday. You know, I delivered that load over in Theodore, Alabama. And I waited around about an hour and a half, just parked outside the customer there. And they didn't have any loads. Freight's real slow right now. But while I was sitting there with my tri-pack running for, like I said, about an hour and a half, I noticed that, you know, on the interior display module, that little yellow exclamation mark warning light had come on. So luckily I figured out that I was only about 6 miles from a Thermo King dealer here in Theodore. That's it right there. So I called them, said, hey, I'm about 10 minutes away, can you get me in? They said, yeah, I think so, come on by. And they got me right in. I had to drop my trailer, and they got me right in, hooked up, and read the codes, and said that this fan, that circular fan right there, was going bad. He let it run for a while, let the pressure build up, and the longer it was running, you know, the tri-pack was running fine, but he said the longer it stayed on, the slower the fan got, like it was overheating. That was his initial guess after seeing the code, and turns out that's what he determined. So anyway, I just called Manuel back for like the 5th time since I got empty, and he still doesn't have me a load, but he told me to head towards Jackson, Mississippi. So I guess he's trying to set me up for maybe a Thursday morning pickup. I don't know. I don't think he really knows yet, but so I'm fixing to head out of here. You can see it's been on and off raining all morning, and I'm gonna head to Jackson, Mississippi. He's probably thinking about a load out of, it's actually Flowood, Mississippi, which is like a suburb of Jackson. Used to pick up quite a few. There's a couple of places there that we pick up mill scale and scrap metal, so I guess that's what he's thinking. I don't know. I'm just gonna head toward Jackson. It's like a 3.5 hour drive from here, so still got a ways to go, but at least I'm moving. But yeah, if you're in the Mobile, Alabama area and you have Thermo King problems, come see the good folks here at Thermo King of Mobile, they call themselves. So, and that's actually I-10 right out there. So, all right, let me get moving. Good Thursday morning, everybody. It's about 6:40 in the morning. We're here in Flowood, Mississippi. I just scaled in at the Nucor facility here. It's been a long time since I've gotten a load from here. My work order says they open at 7, although the scale house is already open. She let me scale in, asked me where I was going, got my weight, and she said the loaders don't start until 7 though, so gonna have to wait a minute. That's all right. Give you a look. She said I could just pull over up here by the scale house, and then at 7 I could go on back. First time I came here, I was with Maverick. I picked up a load or two here, but then as an Oakley driver, I picked up here several times, but it's been, you know, it's been a while. When I was first starting out with Oakley, it seems like I came here several times. So there's the scale house there to the left, and the gate up ahead is where we will enter. But for now, I'm just going to pull up here and stop. Maybe go ahead and get my tarp rolled off and get ready. We're picking up mill scale. Anyway, I'll show you some in a minute. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring rain. Okay, so I wanted to show you. I got my tarp rolled off. You can see, trailer's clean. And I've moved most of my bows out of the way. I left 2 in the front, 2 in the back, because as I remember, you know, he'll just kind of dump in the center area. No need to get all the way in the back or way up in the front. This mill scale is, it won't be a super full load because it's heavy. especially with all the rain we've been having, it'll be on the heavy side because it's wet. But it's kind of like black heavy sand. I guess it's some sort of byproduct from the plant here, but we picked this stuff up mill scale from lots of different places around. But there's a look at it. What we're going to do is go through here and go around the back, and that's where we'll get loaded, and then we'll come out from that end of the building back onto the scale, see how much we weigh. If we need more, we'll have to go back. Okay, they're probably doing a shift change here at 7 o'clock. From the looks of, there's a group of workers back there. It's probably what's going on, but it's like 5 till 7. I'm gonna go ahead and start creeping around the building. Give you a look. Let's see, put myself on yard move. All right. Yeah, been a lot of rain this week, on and off rain, everywhere I go. Definitely cooler temperatures than normal for this time of year. Okay, so as we get around to the back here, when I was driving from Maverick, we would go inside these two doors here to the right labeled C and D, and you'd get these oh, what do you call them? Big metal rods. I'm not sure what you call them. We've got to keep going around here. You can see the plant is just right by this road over here to the left. Yeah, maybe steel bars, steel rods. I'm not sure what the proper term is. They're not quite as big and thick as the steel bars we used to pick up at the Gerdau mill in Fort Smith. Okay, anyway. I'm just showing you this. I'm gonna go check in at this office here. There's a sign that says you got to check in, but I really don't think you do. All right, folks. Well, it's 7:20, and the guys here at Nucor say they do not have a load for me. They don't know why I was sent here. But the only load they had got picked up yesterday. They don't have enough product for a load today. So I called dispatch, talked to Buck, told him they have no load here, and of course he said, well, let me check on things and get back to me. So yeah, you know, just a foobar. Happens sometimes. don't know. Hope I don't have to sit and wait too long like yesterday. Because, you know, I drove from Theodore, Alabama. Let me roll my windows up. It's noisy around here. Yeah, so I drove from basically Mobile yesterday to get here for this load. Spent the night just about 3 miles from here at the Loves. You know, got as close as I could. But there's no water. So I'm gonna pull out here and just kind of find a place to pull over, get my bows put back in, get my tarp rolled back over, and just give them a few minutes to try to figure something out. I'll get back to you. All right, everybody. Well, I stopped back there and got my bows back on and tarp rolled over. I'm gonna, since this is probably gonna take a while, I'm expecting, you know, it's only 7:26 at the moment. If they don't have a load for me at this point, it might take them an hour and a half, 2 hours, you never know. So I'm about 5 miles back down to the Loves, so I'm just gonna head out of here and go back to the Loves and park instead of just parking here. They don't really have a, you know, just a holding area where I can sit and wait for a long time. Not really. So yeah, I'll let you know what happens.